So, looking at this rotor, it's in very good shape. There's no grooves that I can feel. The back is really good too. But, let's say there are grooves. We're going to have to replace this rotor. And the rotor actually isn't held in by much. The only thing in its way is this caliper mount. And this caliper mount comes out by 2 bolts. Uno and dos, with a socket already on it. Because I wanted to size it for you so I could tell you. And as you can tell, it's a 15mm bolt. They're in there pretty tight. You're definitely going to have to pound on them with your hand, not with a hammer. Just, you know, as you saw what I was doing with these bolts on the caliper, I just kind of hammered the wrench with my hand. These are going to be in there real tight, but you just take both of them out, and this caliper mount slides off, and then the rotor just comes right off. And if you are going to replace the rotor, there's something that you need to know. New rotors come with a coating of cosmoline on them, and that's to prevent them from rusting while they're in storage. And before you put the new rotor on and assemble everything, you need to clean the cosmoline off. If you don't, it'll glaze your brake pads, and you don't want glazed brake pads. So all you got to do is get a rag and some brake parts cleaner and spray the rotor down and just wipe it off. You don't have to really scrub. Maybe do it twice on both sides, and that's all. You just put your new rotor on, put this caliper mount back on, and we'll continue with this brake pad. Before we reassemble anything, we're going to want to clean. We want to clean this caliper mount. We want to clean the caliper. We want to get all this old brake dust off. I put some rags underneath the caliper and the caliper mount so that all the nasty crap doesn't drip off onto my beautiful driveway. See, it drips black. Now I'm actually not going to spray the piston because the piston has a bit of grease on it. Actually, I'm going to spray the piston. And look, it's all clean. Didn't have to scrub anything. Get my piston out. Alright, now is when things are going to get a little weird for you, because I'm actually not replacing the brake pads. I'm just investigating a noise. But I'm going to pretend like I am. So you'll see that the spring clip is riveted to the brake pad. So I suspect that when you get new brake pads, it comes with this right on it. So all you're going to have to do is pick it up out of the box and put it in. Before you do that, you'll want to pick up some, it's that greasing compound they usually sell for brakes, and you'll get that grease, that special grease, and you'll apply some here where the piston is going to contact the brake pad, or just apply it right to the piston. And when you've done that, you throw the brake pad right on. Alright. The other brake pad just be thrown on like that. You also might want to grease the points where the brake pad contacts the caliper mount. Right here, 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 and here. I don't know, I'm sure there's a right way to do this, but I'm kind of not doing the full job right now. Also, you may want to take out these caliper slide bolts, clean them off, re-grease them up, put them back in. Make sure they slide. These are actually in really good shape, so I got plenty of grease on them. It's clean. As you can tell, these brakes weren't done long ago. And now, unhook your caliper. back over. Pushing these bolts. When you finally get those caliper guide bolts, catch, bolt them in, and torque them to 21 pound-feet. And if me saying pound-feet bothers you, then read the description of this video. Also, don't forget to install this spring clip. There we go. Alright, now before we do this next step, take one of your lug nuts and tighten it all the way down on the stud. Feel free to do this part by hand, though. What we want is to hold the caliper to the hub so that it doesn't move. You might be able to tell that the brake pads are rather loose in there. So what we need to do, and what you have to do, is go into the car and depress the brake pedal a couple times to seat these brake pads to where they need to be. Otherwise, when you go to test drive your car, the first couple times you press the brake, nothing's going to happen because the fluid has to rush back down here. So I'm going to go in there. Ta-da! And don't forget the caliper slide bolt covers. Nor should you forget to retighten your master cylinder cap. So if you made it this far, congratulations. It means one, you changed your brakes, and two, you probably know how to put a tire back on, so I'm going to forego that step. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments. If you have any questions related to this video specifically, don't hesitate to write. And of course, please point out any mistakes I may have made, since I am by no means an auto mechanic. I have no certification. Kind of a do-it-yourself backyard mechanic. Thanks for watching.